Okay, welcome everybody. Let me just pop the countdown clock. It's quite irritating at the side. I apologize. Anyway, welcome to today's episode of Let's Get Creative Live. And today is the second week. I hope you enjoyed the previous week. And if you can hear me loud and clear, just want to make sure that everybody is seated comfortably, putting your earpiece. It's a Friday night, and I just wanted to kind of share whatever goodies week in week out with you. And if you can hear me loud and clear, just give me a thumbs up. Just give me a comment and say like, hey, I can hear you loud and clear, Yan Chong, and I'm ready to listen to you. And before that, I also want to address the people that said hi. Hi, Sung, long time no see. Stanley on YouTube, I hope you are still watching because I know you guys written this just when you guys are entering. And of course, you're asking me how am I been? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, and I'm glad that you can actually be part of this process to learn more, to be able to contribute to the community, and definitely apply for our own business. Hi, Sean. Just want to address every single one that actually said hi. If you can hear me loud and clear, just give me a like on this, and you really give me a clear signal because I can't really see if it's not on Zoom. And today we are talking about this particular topic. Let me flesh this out. 3 ways that you can create meaningful content for your business or for social impact. And it's quite a vague term when I'm talking about meaning because I actually went to Google and actually found a true purpose of a meaningful content, and I will actually go through a little bit more on what exactly when I'm saying meaningful content. But before that, I also want to kind of introduce to you the email list. This email list is very quick. I actually share the video marketing secrets for you if you need certain tips and tricks, and if you need some guidelines to create your own video marketing content. This is the QR code for you to scan, and it will help you in terms of how you can better build your video branding in that sense. And without further ado, let me pop in. Hot Kiam, you can't really hear me. Okay, let me check out the audio. It should be better right now. Okay, is it better right now? I kind of switch it to another. Apologize for that. Yeah, if you can hear me right now, just give me a thumbs up so you'll be so that I know. Yeah, I'll just want to apologize for that. Yeah, so again, video marketing guide. If you need any help in terms of video marketing, or you are not very sure where to even start creating your own video brand, this is it. Apart from today, talking about the meaningful content you can actually create. Apologize for someone just run past me. Seems like a ghost just ran past me, but yeah, I having it in the living room, so I have no choice. People walk past me, that's normal. It's not paranormal, even though we are still in 7 months, but I can assure you these are all humans, real life humans. No worries, I just want to make it as cool as possible. Yep. So again, without further ado, let me pop out this. Once you scan this, let me pop out the email list. Let me pop in my guest today. Do you know who it is? Actually, the picture already revealed. I apologize for that. But we have Renee. Let me pop you in. Let me unmute you. Hey, Renee, you are live.
Hey. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me, Yan Chong.
No problem. So yeah, I actually got Renee to kind of like ask on Instagram and actually see like what are the topics that people actually wants to know. In fact, I actually asked her to ask her own audience because she also do her own video tutorials about video editing and empower herself with videos. And we actually managed to reach out to the Instagram peeps and ask them exactly what kind of topics that will be relevant or be more helpful for you if you are a solopreneur, you are a business owner, or if you are just someone that loves to create content for your own personal branding. So it leads us to this particular topic: how exactly we could create 3 ways to create your own meaningful content for your business. But before that, I forgot to press my intro cue music, so let's go to my intro.
Roll it.
Okay, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed that because that's my highlight. Every time I do this, I like to do this intro and outro thing. It just feels more complete. Okay, so today's topic. Renee, do you want to start first, or do you want me to kind of chime in exactly what do you mean by meaningful content?
Go ahead, Yan Chong.
Okay, just let me. This is what I've researched on. And just kind of share exactly what is on the top of my mind. I actually did a research, and I feel like a meaningful what I've seen online is a meaningful, effective content that is meaningful is a simple definition of like giving valuable information in order to sell something. I mean, of course, it's not really selling something. It's more convince someone that that what you're teaching is applicable. But of course, the baseline of it of like effective, like meaningful content, the lowest denominator is to not really to offend anyone when you're sharing something or a point of view, or if it's a controversial one, but it should be a respectful one. Or another thing that you hope is you don't reach any unreasonable mass audience. There's another point that you should take note if you are doing something that is meaningful, because it's going to be impactful in a sense, be it whether is it for social or is it for your own beliefs. And this is something that I found that was interesting. Because another point about meaningful content is actually an experience. You're selling that kind of experience that you have went through, and that's why you wanted to kind of share this experience with someone that could impact in what they are doing, or maybe change their belief, or maybe they are already there but they're not very convinced, they are on the edge, and you are able to convince them with that meaningful content or that meaningful experience that you have went through. So as Sonia Simon, this person actually wrote, he said content, what you say without copywriting, is how you say it that can be a complete waste of otherwise valuable information. So if you could craft it accordingly, because the content is actually dead, you can Google it, you can find it everywhere in the online space, but how we craft it and add our own experience that could make it into a meaningful content. I found this whole paragraph that was really appropriate for this particular stream, and I would just want to kind of see what Renee have in her mind about this definition.
I think for meaningful content, it's more of like also can increase, is one of the best way to increase engagement, because it actually brings to one of my point where you bring value to your clients, to your potential clients, or even to your like audience online, whether it's on live stream, whether you actually do recording and stuff like that. So I feel when you create meaningful content is of course every business wants to make money, right? But aside to that, you need to somehow stop for a while and kind of like stop thinking about monetization or monetizing, but start providing value instead. So when you provide value, that's when you actually create meaningful content for your business or even for your audience. That's one of my ways, or one of my point that I can go dive straight in, because I think when you create or you start providing value, it's you are establishing a relationship with your potential clients. So in that way, you build long-lasting relationship to your with your potential client, or even with your existing client. You want to tell them that, hey, I actually have more things to offer to you, not just this particular services or this particular product, but I actually have more. So when you provide value, it's you tend to give more than you take. So I think one good example is Yan Chong. He has been giving lots of value in terms of video marketing, where he shares a lot about video marketing funnel, video marketing strategy. So that is one part when I mentioned about starting to provide value to your clients or future clients before thinking about monetizing. So I think that's one of my point, like my first point to go dive straight in.
Actually it's true. Like providing value at the very start is something that is counterintuitive. I think as a business owner, I think if you are not very comfortable in content creation, you will feel like why am I releasing too many information? Like, there are like a lot of, why are we releasing so much? That is because you actually cannot assume that people know what you know.
Everything,
So I call it the knowledge curse, where you kind of already knew some of the so-called basic in your eyes, and you feel like, oh, it's just gonna be they are supposed to know, and like why would they want to know all this. And
Yep.
if you kind of see in an open mind where you could share it as an like an educational way, and with that you never know, actually that actually increase your credibility as a
Yeah.
subject matter expert. And
Yes.
there are a lot of subject matter expert around there, around the world, but you could make yourself, or you can put a foothold on this particular topic that you are expert in. And with sharing that and giving value first, you won't be distracted by having too much features or sales. And I think a good case study that I wanted to kind of add on just nice that I happened to thought about it is, if you have, because usually have coaching calls with a few of my clients and potential students. Usually ask them, oh, what's your unique selling point? They go straight to their features. Oh, well,
Yeah.
we do this and we do that,
Yeah.
we offer like a 24 non-stop service, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then again, they forgot that this doesn't mean anything to their potential clients. And I
Yes.
told them that if you kind of look it from an outsider's view, or in my view, looking outside to inside, you are actually giving value in terms of you're saving time. You are saving a lot of money. Like there's a lot of things that you are actually saving indirectly, and not just the tangible stuff of the features that you are providing
Correct.
as a service provider. And giving value is, you have to pluck it out from another way. I just want to kind of change your own perspective of this,
Yep.
and not just giving value in the sense of like features. Yeah, but if you are giving value in terms of time saving, there is also some good value. So in that sense, I'm just trying to kind of like, I'm forcing you to think out of the box rather than just your usual. Because I got a feeling once we say about what kind of unique selling point or what kind of value you give, you're definitely going to say something that is going to be your product feature. I call it the service feature or the product feature, which is not very, still is there, but it's still not there, because with that, you're not going to convince your audience with meaningful content. Yeah, so that is just one of my like perspective of things lah.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So do you want me to continue, or you want to kind of say your second point, or
I can share my second point. I think my second point is what you did mention earlier. We did ask our audience.
yes.
So that actually brings me to my second point, is to listen to your audience. Because when you listen to your audience, you know what are their pain points. Second, you know what they actually want from your services or even from your products. So when you before you create meaningful content, right, is to basically listen to your audience. You should first look at you should first look at the content that people seems to be engaging with the most. Like for example, we did the poll.
Yep.
And then we know from the poll, how many people is interested with this topic? How many people are interested with another topic? So after the poll, we found out like, actually we didn't know, right, that this topic could be popular, right, Yan Chong?
Yeah. It was my rank 2 or my personal
Yeah.
favorite. This was my second topic that I thought people
Yeah.
would like. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was not the first, like, you know, like we thought that that's the thing. That's an example. We thought that another topic. What was the topic that we thought that it could be popular? I think about like
I think it's confidence, right?
something like that. Yeah,
Some
correct,
confidence on the
correct.
camera or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one example where we thought that it could be popular, but the others may not, or your audience may not think that that is something that they want to learn. But they wanted to learn like how to create meaningful content, how to create content that is beyond selling. So when you have all this poll, right, so you get to know your audience, you get to engage with your audience, and then you get to know what kind of content or what kind of product that you should sell next or something like that. Maybe you want to launch something new, then you can get their feedback first. Find out what they want, find out what they're actually looking for. So in this way, right, when you want to find out, basically I would want to say is find out what your audience is talking. You know, sometimes you can also go to like Facebook groups. You can take a look at your potential audience over there. What are they talking about? One of the platform that I like to go is answerthepublic.com. So over there, I know, right? There's awesome place to go to. So when you go to answerthepublic.com, you will find out what people are talking on the internet. Like, like for me, I will just sometimes you just need to type video, and then they give you like different topics on what kind of topic that you can come up with. Like sometimes you don't have to be, I mean, yes, of course you have to be original, but original doesn't mean you must talk about something that really like fresh, but you can actually make a topic that has been talked before, but in terms of your personality, in your personal way, because people want to see the real you. People want to see what can you offer, what can you bring to the audience. So I think the very very important thing is to definitely listen to your audience. It's really really important to listen to your audience, because I really learned from my mistake. I did not listen to my audience. It's more of like I want to create content which I feel they needed. Yeah, so I just create content. I mean, like, okay, I think today I want to talk about how to edit video lah. That kind of thing. Then okay, I put out the content. But then I see the engagement. How come like people are not engaging with my, like for example, they are not engaging to this post compared to the other posts. I've been talking to other, like, my friends, my business buddies and stuff like that. So they always have this word in their phrase, target audience. So this target audience, you must know your target audience, and then you must listen to your audience so that you can create really really meaningful content, because that will actually boost up your business, whether you are in services like us, or whether you are product based services, like selling products and stuff like that. So yes, listen to your audience, guys.
Oh my god, that is so well done, well said. Okay. It's so good that I'm gonna bra you, and I'm gonna give you a wow. I'm just giving you a wow.
Thank you.
Because wow, this is so good. Because okay, listen to the audience. I think Renee have speak up the entire thing that I want to share. Just even the sources and the resources she gave was exactly what I taught in my class. And the ask anyone or ask who, right?
Answerthepublic.com, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, of course,
Yes.
when the fun thing is you go into the website, the first thing you see is a person's face.
Of course.
They're staring at you. It's a flash image of this guy just staring at you until you type a question out, or just type a particular keyword, and he will actually give you the who, where, how, where, what, or something.
Yeah.
This is give you all the W's and all the H.
Yes.
So that they actually show you exactly what are the things that people are asking online, and you could actually break down a lot of topics based on what people are actually finding, and this is how you listen, researching on your audience. And of course, there are many ways that you could do your research. One way I personally do, because since you already add one, I just want to add one more, is Amazon. You'll be like, what the hell is that? You go to Amazon, you go to the book section, just gonna find, like, for example, video marketing. Let's go video marketing. I always do that. So you're just gonna find the books. You can actually see the chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything with the breakdown or the particular topics that they with established publishers that actually wrote books for that particular chapter about fitness, or if it's about video marketing, and you can use it as inspirational content for yourself. Of course, you can't read what's inside because you have to pay to access, but I'm just saying that you could use it as a headliner or a subheader for you to use it as an inspirational tool to write more topics that is actually relevant, or actually people are studying these topics from books. So that is a good start point. But of course, it would be much better if you can have direct access of, like, direct messages. It could be just as easy as a video message or the messages. This is what I do when during COVID. I just give to, like, the people that are interested and say, hey, I'm Yen Chong, and if you're interested in video marketing, I'm actually doing a short sharing session, and if you have any pain points that I could solve, I would definitely want to listen to all your pain points, that we can have, like, a short conversation, like a 10-minute call or something. And 9 out of 10 times you wouldn't get the response, which is okay, which is normal. Because even people are paying money for feedbacks and, like, for surveys. So if you don't give them an incentive, chances of them replying is actually quite low. But if you try hard enough, if you put in the work, for people that truly cares, they will actually give you the feedback, and these pain points, if you address directly, you could actually read the mind of your potential target audience that truly are facing the results. And one case study that I did was, I didn't know what my audience wants, so I actually went to ask around, and I noticed that actually, again, it's knowledge curse. I thought that people are at this level of understanding, but actually people are much lower than what I expected. They were like, I don't even know how to start a YouTube account. I don't even know how to start a Facebook account or Facebook group. And always like, I have to teach all this so that they are ready and nurtured to be at the level that I want to share. And is our responsibility as content creators, really, be it in this video industry or not, to educate your audience to a level where you are comfortable in sharing content. But we have to backtrack a little bit just to make sure that we capture the target audience that can catch up with your pace. So that's why we wanted to kind of like dumb it fight to another level where we can truly communicate peer to peer rather than us talking about something that is way beyond your understanding. Then it doesn't make sense. That's why we go as far back as like, going to Facebook group, even go to Amazon, because that's like the easiest. You don't have to pay for statistics. You don't have to read. You don't have to like, pay and see the data. We don't need to go to the extent yet. Maybe you want to do more advanced research, you could do that. But I'm just saying that with free resources out there, you can you can actually know more within like 2 days. Because I actually have a student that did his research for the first time. The very first time he used like the Amazon, and goes to a few more links that I shared. Secret. I can't really share, but secret. I'm just he actually researched, and he messaged me. Was like, oh my god, it's so amazing. I have like so many content. But it's like a rabbit hole lah. If you jump in too deep, you have a lot of things that you want to share. Then you might have never-ending content. Then you might be overwhelmed, because there's like, actually, for a lot of target audience, because if you have too much topics, you might not be able to sharpen your topics to the right audience. Then you might be spamming into different community groups, and that is the other spectrum of it, which is the danger of it. So maybe I can add on this point. I'm so excited because I managed to found this, and I felt that it was whatever that you shared actually can correlate, and I can definitely feel how you felt about it, because I also stuck at this point of time where I'm struggling to actually create meaningful content, and it's very subjective in terms of meaningful. For me, it's a little bit of the community and the outreach to have it meaningful. To another sense, it's more of like, could you connect with your audience? So there's like a lot of interpretation of how meaningful is. More breakdowns of it is meaningful experiences involves action. And what I mean by action is your prospect or your followers should be motivated to the end of the video or to the end of the content. They should get motivated to do something to trigger them to feel like, oh, it's actually now it's easier. Like, for example, today is 3 ways to create meaningful content, right? After this, the outcome of it, of me and Renee will wish, is you have much clearer direction of how you can create content intentionally, so that people that learn from you could just apply these 3 steps to create meaningful content, or in your sense, maybe 3 ways to create blah 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 or solve something. And if they believe in that and they're trying to put an action to it, and maybe they don't do 3 steps, maybe just do like one of the steps, they're more convinced. In that sense, it is meaningful because the experience has been there. You have shared your experience. Your target audience has felt your experience and felt that it is something that is actionable, and they can react to it. That is something that I felt like is the holy grail of meaningful content. I'm not sure whether Renee agrees with me on this particular point.
I think one of the point talking about this meaningful content and stuff like that, right? I just want to share my experience. The other day, I actually created I think a few videos. I think I shared with Yan Chong earlier. So I created a few video content, and then suddenly there's a message that came in. So he introduced himself, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, he was mentioning that, hey Rini, thank you so much for like creating all these videos. Your videos basically get me out of depression. I'm like,
yes. Bullseye. You got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, then I revisited my like my videos, like, how is it even correlation, like, my video content. And then after that he did mention about like he got out of depression. So I'm like, okay, I think I just feel that I'm doing something right because of this feedback. Like sometimes when you are doing content as a content creator, you are doing content for your business, you're doing content for your products. If you don't have the engagement for the first few times, don't be despair or don't get disappointed. Keep on doing, because there will definitely one or two or even 10 that will come up to you that, hey, thank you so much for like doing this content for the audience, or for me in fact, because it actually impacted my life.
Wow.
Then that's when you
Yeah.
know that, okay, bullseye. I mean, like, that's it. I'm just going to continue and create more content.
Yeah, amazing story. I guess this story I just got it just now, like just
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
10 minutes earlier from you guys. But that's actually okay. We talk about like 2 points already, right?
Yep.
And I felt like I really share my end of like the meaningful content on like, what the true definition of meaningful content.
Yes.
Of people that are not really sure what exactly it is. And the good news is we actually okay. Before we go to the third point, I just kind of want to track back, because remember we actually have this sign up sheet that for this event.
Yes.
Now I can actually get to see we have quite a few things that people wrote
Nice.
to join this stream. We have 6 responses. I'm just gonna read out a few
Yay.
of the struggles right now.
Okay.
They are currently struggling in this aspect, is like they're trying to use social media to help sales, but at ground zero, pretty lost. That's literally what they say. Pretty lost as to how to even start. Then the next thing is struggling in creating meaningful content. I think it's directly addressing that. I hope we are educating you to be able to kind of create your own meaningful content right
Yeah,
now.
correct.
Another one is still thinking whether to have one produce, and he can bracket not photogenic like you, lol.
Oh no. Okay, I shall address that.
Okay, then the next one is content producing and engagement.
Yeah.
I think he's more struggling in producing the content and be able to engage people. I think that is like the next tier. Like once you create something that's meaningful,
How to
it's good that
engage.
he or she is actually thinking of engaging with people.
Yep.
I think that is one of the aspects that a lot of people are missing out right nowadays if they are doing
Yep.
content. Another one is fear of not being natural or wrong content. Equipment preparation, editing, and so much stuff that causes me to procrastinate. Wow, it's very
Okay,
intense.
I think this is one of our
Favorite.
I would say one of our strong topic, that
Yes.
equipment is secondary. Basically,
Yeah.
your content is the one that people want to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's the equipment preparation. I just feel that it's the fear. It's the fear that
Yeah,
leads to the procrastination.
I think fear also can relate to both of us, because both of us are
Introverts.
introverts.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, maybe because we are photogenic, quote unquote, quoted by another source. I'm not sure who. Yeah, but I don't think equipment is something that you should worry about. I think that's the last thing. Editing is the last thing you should worry about. To be
Yep.
appearing on people's screen is more important.
Yep.
Even live stream, you don't even need editing. Basically, just popping in and say hi. And if you want to say hi, please comment at this point of time. Just say comments and say hi. If you're already watching and you're enjoying today's topic, please say hi, because it's a Friday night and we are all enjoying this. And just give a reaction like to it. Share this if you feel that another of a peer would appreciate it. You will definitely boost this to help more people and more businesses. And of
Yeah.
course, the last point that people are struggling with is content to share about. We literally addressed that like 5 minutes ago. How
Go
to
ahead.
actually create meaningful content.
Go to
research.
answerthepublic.com.
Yes.
Free resource. I would say resource center. I mean, they are the platform itself is of course, there's, if you need more things you need to pay, but I feel that even with the free, just typing in your keyword, like for example, maybe you are doing like perfume, just type in perfume and then you will know what kind of topics people are talking out there. So yes.
Yes. And of course, Amazon. Mine is as
Yes,
simple as that. Just
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes.
You can literally
I
get
shall-
it. There's no complex.
I shall try that Yan Chong Amazon. I've never tried it.
Oh, please share your your
Sure.
result and like see whether how much content. I can guarantee you can actually have more than 30 topics. If you don't have 30 topics, I'm just gonna do nothing. Yeah. So
Okay.
so I'm pretty sure you can, because 9 out of 10 people actually tried it and I think it's good. I personally use it. It could last me for 3 months. 3 months
Oh,
straight with
cool.
content that is ready. I don't even need to think about it. Like nowadays, I just write my content in Trello.
Yeah.
I'll just type it in, and now I don't have to worry for the next 3 months. I have more than
Yeah.
enough to write. and it's just up to you to craft it. The topics
Right.
is out for you to pluck. All low hanging fruit actually is free. You just need to add your own voice.
Yes.
And that is very important as a content creator. You can't just plug and play.
Mm.
Other people's content is because they have their own voice, and you
Yep.
are convinced because they actually add their own voice.
Yep.
Yeah. So I hope that helps. Do you want to address anything, Renee, in terms of the things that are struggling that caught that caught your eye, lah?
Yeah, I think just now you did mention about fear, right?
Yes.
So another way that if, for example, you don't want to procrastinate, but you are still having fear in front of the camera, I feel that just by recording your voice could actually, like, break the fear, and probably maybe just, like, uploading some sort like audiogram, if not don't go into podcast yet. You can actually do a very bite-sized, like maybe 1 minute. Just do an audiogram of 1 minute content, let's say,
Yes.
and then just put up on, like Instagram on a poster. Then just I think the best platform to, like, if you have problem editing, you just go InShot. InShot is really easy, very very easy to do. So you just, like, create like a video format, but with your voice inside. So that way you are already creating content through your voice, so people get to hear your voice. Because that's how I started. I started with audiogram first, because I was not comfortable in front of camera, even though I'm a videographer, because I'm always behind the camera.
How ironic.
So, right? I mean, like, being in front of the camera is like, why am I talking to the lens? Like, okay, no, I'm not talking to the lens. So, if you want to talk about fear, I think only this year that I broke my fear by being in front of the camera. And if you were to go to my YouTube channel, right, if you watch my first video, it's the awkward video ever. And then if, like, for example, if you want to create content, and then you think that you want to go live but you are still afraid, you just go on IG story first. If you're on Instagram, just go on IG story, appear in IG story, create more content on IG story first, and then you can go into IG live or IGTV for longer content, I would say. Yeah, so that's probably some ways that you can break your fear. Maybe you can just start with your voice first, doing audiogram like how I started, and then slowly go into in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think one question that's very related, or one of the struggles are more related, it's content producing or procrastinating. The procrastinating part is very similar because of the fear, and still thinking of whether to produce one. It's also procrastinating. Yeah, because if you there must be a reason why you're resisting.
Yeah.
And you have to find the inner voice to see whether what is the something that you are struggling in. It could be competence level, and that's why Renee actually provided quite a few sources that you could start using, like a short. You can start 15 seconds, 30 seconds sharing. And this is an exercise that I always do with my students. It's before the class or the course even starts. I will need them to do like a 5-day video challenge. Every day you do like a 45 seconds, 1 minute sharing of what is your business about, and what you are trying to achieve in this course. What is your struggle? What is the resistance? What are stopping you from doing something? And this practice is not just to just chant stuff out. It's topics that you are comfortable in already talking, and that's why I want you to kind of talk about it so that you feel confident in this process. Because if you want to create meaningful content, if you don't even want to be on screen, there is very limited source that you could actually start. I mean, audio is at the very least one of them. But with personal branding, because it's personal, it's still better to have your face.
Yes,
somehow.
Of course.
Be it how long, how short, even if you want to do a 10-second. Even TikTok is like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What makes you different, you know what I mean? So just kind of have it. And one of the things I want to touch base quickly is the first one was just trying to use social media to help sales, but at ground zero. Pretty lost. I want to address that. I would say please, or at least put some don't put too much hope on putting social media as a sales ground. I don't want to disappoint you to say that to put that as a core of your true belief, it will not work. It will just break you apart, and you just feel very demoralized, because a social media space, it's social. It's not a sales media channel. it doesn't work with hard sales or like just trying to reach out to as many people as you can. Marketing, social media marketing in particular, doesn't work that way. You're
Yeah.
just gonna scare people off. And a good analogy I always use is if you go into a party,
Yeah.
people that you don't know at all, a real life party, and not like a Zoom party. You just go to a real life party. You go into the party and you ask people to buy your stuff. And
Yeah.
would they, as a stranger, buy your stuff? You are
Mm.
exactly how you sound like if you are bringing the whole experience to them in
Yeah.
online version. And if you put it in that context, I hope you could see clearly that it doesn't work. If off-site doesn't work, right? If it's like an on-site thing doesn't work, your online chances is actually very low because you need
Yeah.
to build that relationship. Like what me and Renee, we
Yeah.
know through sharing all this, like, I don't know whether how do I know. I think I messaged you something. I
Yeah.
wrote to you and I say like, oh, I really enjoy your content. You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
giving
yeah,
great
yeah.
motivation. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like me introduce myself and just share exactly how I felt through a voice message. What I'm teaching right now is actually what I did for the past 6 months, and I've been gaining a lot of experience from different people, different aspects of people in Singapore, and people. I'm going towards the community where they are trying to help to each other, and with that brings leads and sales. I'm not saying that you can directly bring leads and sales. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
it is a building block for you to actually find
Correct.
potential clients that are convinced that you could
Yes.
guide them into certain things that you want them to do.
You want them to see you as an expert. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I think it goes back to the first point where yes, of course, business is about monetizing, but you should stop thinking about monetizing first, but start providing value to your audience. Yes.
Yeah. So just kind of like a segue to kind of add, because another question that I asked in the 6 response, I'm so glad that there are people actually responding, because we wanted this because will be the cornerstone of the whole live stream. Without this, it's very hard to engage with you guys. What we want to do is just to increase the engagement between you guys and us as content creators. And of course, I want to acknowledge all the hi. So hi, Anne-Marie, for saying hi.
Hello.
If you guys, Stanley, I hope you are still on the Facebook stream. I'm really glad you guys joined. Azura,
Hello.
is your friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I
My
noticed her
partner
face.
in crime.
Yeah, she's also part of the stream. Welcome again. Just want to kind of make sure you guys new people that just came in feel comfortable, because you might lose track of what we have spoken, and maybe halfway through you join, you might be like, oh, what the hell we're talking about. That's why I'm flashing this right on top. The 3 ways to create me from, just in case that you might miss out what we're actually trying to share. Because I noticed in the past streams I didn't put this, and a lot of people just come in and leave because it's just like, oh, what the hell is Xian Chong sharing? And without the audio, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm trying to apply all these techniques, and I hope you guys are paying attention to that. It's important. I actually add another question into the sign up sheet. In future, all streams will have this, because we need to know what you guys are feeling and understand, so that we can also help you as content creators. And maybe along the way, we can actually know your pain points, and we can actually directly address during the stream. Okay, another question was asked was, what ways have you tried that work a little or didn't work at all? The first one was only posting on Facebook, guests trying to expand reach or increase friends, question mark. Another one is not tried, still cracking my head. Now I don't think you should crack your head. You already have 2 points that is strongly there already. I want you to use the things that we shared immediately.
Yes.
I want you to share with me and direct message, say, Yan Chong, it works. Because I know it's going to work. It's a fact. Another one is didn't try at all, also fairly new to Facebook. Bracket, this is the funny part. Don't tell others, embarrassing. Ha ha ha. I don't know who wrote this. It's just going to be damn funny. Another one is putting 2 same content but different placement and format, video and native. This is a very,
is it?
Yeah, I think he or she is trying to say repurposing.
Okay.
Just different format. Native and the video. So it's just like maybe he posts on the native, then he kind of share it directly, like from maybe on a blog post or something like that. I wouldn't say that's the best method, but I think maybe I'll just go a little bit later on that. One is not yet, so not even trying yet. A lot of reading and attending to webinars available to get updated. This is another toxic spot.
Yes.
Don't keep attending all this without
but
applying
not doing
the
anything.
things that you. Yeah, the true transformation. You are attending this course is for the transformation. the outcome. People don't go buy course or attend course for the sake of getting the course. People attend the course for the outcome. Oh my god, I feel like a coach. But
Actually, right, when you say all this, right, I attended a course that says there are three different types of people. One, that attended the course, they say very good, very good, very, very good. Then they go back and then they do nothing.
yes,
Two,
there are a lot.
two, they attended the course and then after that, they say very good, very, very good. Then they procrastinate and then also do nothing after that.
Sound like two of our viewers.
Yeah.
It's like you
The
know who
third
you are.
one, yes, you would want to belong to the third one is when you keep on learning, but every time you end that online platform webinar or something like that, you apply it straight away. Even though if like for example right now we are sharing 3 ways, right? Even if you are just applying the one way out of the 3 ways, it's a win for you because one, you could actually potentially have new clients and then you could build more you could build rapport to your existing clients. So I think it is this is actually from experience as well, is whenever I attend like webinars or courses that I go through, it's you will feel that you are more accomplished when you straight away apply the like the homework that you have learned
Yes.
from the webinar or something like that. But if you were to wait and then okay lah, maybe I will wait for next week lah, that next week never comes because you will be busy that whole week and then after that you don't remember what is being taught. Even if you flip, like maybe you have notes or something, but it's just like like it doesn't feel like fresh anymore. So then after that, okay, then I don't do it anymore. So apply after you have learned. That's always
Yeah,
the best part.
it's very important. I
Yeah.
feel like that's why I go into coaching.
Ah,
Because I noticed where I always share the information, I always have the 80-20 rule where
yes,
20% of the people actually apply.
correct.
How much I'm not sure because I'm not there to coach. But when I put
Yes.
myself in the coaching position where I encourage my students, like I actually had my own pilot project recently, and I'm able to see that transformation starts. And it was
Exactly.
just within a 6-week frame. Today was the 5th
Mm.
week. And I'm very glad to see the true
Yay!
transformation of people that actually tried.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of put the value to it where I charge it. The only
Mm.
reason why I do charging and I was very upfront, it was not to
Mm.
gain any money because I was put it at a very low price point so that you
Yeah.
have no excuse for like, it's expensive, I'm not gonna do it. There's one reason of
Exactly.
procrastination. Another one was I told the students, if you can't pay me X amount of money that I'm trying to state,
Yeah.
why not you pay me $20? The
Mm.
commitment of doing it.
Yes.
I want
Yeah.
to eliminate the chance of like you saying that it's expensive, I'm not gonna
Correct.
do it. I'm just gonna I want to make sure that I'll remove any obstacles that's resisting from you. And I felt
Yeah.
like people that paid actually pay more attention and really want to put it to work
Yeah.
than people that just kind of plug the free topic. I mean, of course, if you can do it with the free topics that we have shared,
Yes.
then kudos to
Good.
you. You can literally have your life transformed. That's
Mm.
good. But for people that really maybe are more
Extra push.
yeah, they need the
Mm.
extra like bump into it, and with that, actually we kind of speed the thing for them lah.
Yeah.
Because we're literally addressing their needs, and
Yes.
we can know because it's very case by case, and we want to understand your pain point. With that particular case you are having, or maybe you have some resistance, and we are there to kind of break that
Yeah.
cycle, and that's where transformation actually starts. So of course you have your own content that we created that we have actually shared today. These are potential things that people can feel more convinced and have their own breakthrough.
Yeah.
So if people are taking actions to it, and after this stream, if you feel that you are going to do something about it, that is something that is meaningful content in a live stream form. And if you feel like today's topic is going to help you, also kind of give us a thumbs up. Share this topic. I think I haven't mentioned this. Please do share this live stream right now.
Yeah.
If you feel that's going to help your peers in whichever industry they are doing, and they want to do their own personal branding, it will really, really help this algorithm, because in this sense, we are just trying to reach out to as many people, but because me and Renee, we are introverts, our friend list are actually quite limited. So I'm just saying that sharing it with your friends could actually help more people. And this is ultimately our aim for all these live streams.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can jump to the last step.
Last step, yes. I think last step is very, very I would say I want to like salute you because I really love your like every time you do live stream, every time you do like video content, you always put in storytelling. So
Oh,
yeah, I
it's my
know,
secret
right?
weapon.
Yeah.
No.
So I think when you create somewhat like storytelling, because I feel like storytelling, we are born I mean, we have story to tell every day, like every day when we are, even when we are, outside, there's always a story that you can tell. So include storytelling whenever you want to create content, because with story, it
Mm,
will actually attract your clients. I would say it will make your audience to keep reading or to keep watching, or even to keep listening.
yeah.
So when you actually include stories to your content that you want to put up, right? This is really really important. I mean, in whatever aspect lah, whether you want to do videos, whether you want to do
Yes.
audio, or whether you even want to do, like, maybe now is the trend of carousel post in Instagram. Do
Yes.
it like in a of course in a point form, and then make
Mm.
it a story in the caption, so people can like relate. Oh, actually, I am also like that. So they will be like, oh, okay, I think this person actually knows what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling. So that way, people will be more likely to stay with you until the end and engage with your content. So kudos to you, Yan Chong, for always creating storytelling whenever you go on live. So hats off.
I deserve a wow on my own.
Yay!
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This storytelling thing wasn't like drilled into my head in the first place.
Right,
But I was watching other people's doing webinars and stuff, and I just felt very boring if they don't kind of like. I wanted to kind of add the visual elements to it.
right.
You can chant 101 things into your live stream and stuff, and I noticed what's missing is the visual. Same for copywriting. If you're writing our own things, if you notice, those that actually trends well are people that wrote their own experiences inside.
Yeah,
They write their own views inside, and that resonates with people. Same thing for visual. I think as video creators or having a video production company,
yeah,
visual is the topmost priority. Be it is to attract people to watch or having some sort. This is like a superpower for us, lah. We want to implement that so that people can visually being educated about certain things. So
yeah.
it's not just like imagine if you are looking at the apple, it's not just an apple.
An apple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not just an apple. Sometimes if you want to show it in another form or way, how could we shoot that as a
yeah.
videographer? But I
Mm,
think same for when you are sharing uh, verbal content. Like if you just want to share in an audio way, how could you explain a point with a story? Because as humans, there's a part of the brain that we need some sort of storytelling to be able to ingrain in our head.
yeah,
If it's just facts, you will just need to have to remember wholeheartedly to actually stay in your head. But if you are telling a story, people can actually ingrain the points of
yeah,
the moral of the story much better with a good experience or a good case study. And
yeah.
because of these examples, it can help you better understand. After when the whole thing
Mm,
is finished, you don't just remember the three ways, but you remember all the case study that we have shared.
yeah,
Renee have shared her own experience. I think those experiences are more important in some ways because you could correlate the points
yeah.
with the features of the experiences that we have shared. I think that could help you in that sense to remember better. And yeah,
Mm,
storytelling is quite vague and it's a whole topic by itself.
yeah,
It's very hard for us to kind of break to you what is supposed to be in the video or what's supposed to be in the
yeah.
picture or like in the copywriting, because I think in its own style there are different ways of doing it with storytelling. But just remember when you're sharing something or sharing a feature, try to correlate with an experience that you have, because it's the
Yes.
most real, most authentic.
Yep.
There's nothing more real than that already, because that's what you have
Correct.
experienced, like how I experienced with my students on a one-on-one coaching, or what
Mm.
Renee have people telling her that
Get out of
he get out of
depression.
depression. I think these are real life examples, and you can't fake that lah. I mean, if it's a true and a real thing, people on Facebook or Instagram or any social media platform can experience what you are
Yeah.
sharing, and that could help you speed up of being convincing lah in that sense. So you notice a lot of well done LinkedIn posts, they actually add their own personality or their own experience, their own
Yep.
story. But you don't have to be like a fairy tale kind of story where you are
Yeah.
like dirt poor then now become like rich. I mean, not everybody can be in that, but find your own story in your daily life, like
Yes.
what Renee shared about lah. Like
Mm.
there go some of the things that you might not know that can be a story could be a story, and you have to think hard about it, because there's only your brain can digest that or can generate that for you. What
Yeah.
are the moments or the milestones that taught you a certain lesson? Recently I went for a talk, and see, now storytelling again. I was attending a talk. Then he is a very famous financial consultant in Singapore, and he was sharing how he learned to be very careful of business partners. So he actually invested 20,000 his savings, his 5 year savings. I still remember. See, storytelling really tell you exactly, so you can remember all these small
Remember,
details.
yeah.
Yeah, 5 years of savings, he gave it to his business partner to
Mm.
invest in this company lah. So that was before he became a financial consultant. So he was still quite naive and put his own savings into that. And like after 3 months, when the business is not doing well, the partner actually take the money and run. And that was a very expensive 20,000 lesson of being wary and need to check through all the contract details and like all the agreements that you sign with your partners, being wary of what is what and where is what. And he said that because of that, he's very thankful that it happened, so that he can be able to, as a financial consultant, share this story with other people that may be able that wants to do business with other business partners. He needs to know what are the things that clients need to read the terms and condition very well. Yeah, now he become more observant and more cautious.
Observant,
Yeah, he said this is the best $20,000 course that he ever taken. This experience is invaluable into him. So you see, by him sharing that to me, it ingrained in my head like, oh, this story is actually worth telling for people that wants to tell about storytelling. And with this example, I'm pretty sure you're gonna remember this like for a few days before you forget Yin Chong in first place until the next live stream. So yeah, so this is just my example. And yeah, I think, is there anything that you want to add, Renee, like in this particular area?
I think you really have said, because really storytelling is somewhat I mean, even though I'm a videographer, but to actually put storytelling to my own content, right, it can be difficult because you are always thinking about your client storytelling and stuff like that. Sometimes when you want to do it for yourself, right, you will be like, okay, what kind of story should I actually put? So like then that's where I actually like watch your videos, some other videos, live stream videos, then to like get inspiration on how to even come up with, like, really think hard on what kind of story I can actually curate, or what kind, not say curate, but what kind of story I can actually tell my audience that they could relate. And of course, it has to be, like, it has to come back to your experience lah. So that's when storytelling is actually equals to creating experience for your audience and also for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure that you guys actually are listening and not just putting your earpiece and just doing other things. If you know the 3 points that we have stated, please type it down in the comments to let every single one knows. Because we want to know whether you guys are actually paying attention or just listening or just assuming that we are photogenic and just want to kind of watch our face.
Oh my god, photogenic.
Shameless plug. Yeah, I just want you guys to really understand the 3 points. If anyone that's watching right now and know what's that 3 points, please key in the comments below so that we know that you guys are listening. And I actually, at this point in time, I still also want to think of something that we can kind of give away to our audience lah for next week. And if you can name all 3, or if you can name 1, we would want to kind of give you a giveaway. The first person that kind of type in 1 point right now in this comment would be able to gain something.
Yes.
And I can only see the moment it pops into the system, the software. So it's generated by the system, so I'm not gonna be like pop in who first, but it's more of like what pops in into my live stream right now. So while we are doing that, let me just kind of, if you don't know anything about the things that we shared today, shame on you, but no, joking. Hello, you're listening. Just want to make sure that you're listening.
Yes.
Just remember these
It's a
five.
test. It's a test.
Yeah, this is a test. Just make sure these 5 things that you remember. So you need to have the content, so you have to do the research. So people that are not sure what you need content research, please do your content research right now so that you know how to apply. The next is the context. So you have to tell people that it is important to do XYZ, for example. So you need to kind of make it into a context. So the content is, you can Google it, you can Amazon it.
Yeah.
But you have to make it into a context that people can actually react to it.
Yes.
They'll be like, oh, it's worth to do
Actionable
something. Sorry?
Actionable, I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
If they can react according to what they believe, like what you believe, then they will do the action. That's what Renee is talking about.
Yes.
The 4th point. So you're gonna have the action and you're gonna implement it. Then that's where the result comes in. When the result comes in, then they'll be more convinced, and that's where your branding as a content creator for your business would increase. The person that is following what you have said will be more convinced that you are the content subject expert.
Yeah.
So this is like the 5, like I would say, like a flow. You are subconsciously creating that with every content you are posting. You are subconsciously creating this platform or this chain reaction. But how well each platform actually starts, it depends on how strong your content is lah.
Yeah.
If you research your content badly, then your context will be bad. Your context will be bad, your reaction will be bad. Your reaction will be bad, your action will be bad. And that leads to no result.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first part is very crucial. It's going to be toxic if it's just going to be bad all the way. So you have to pay attention to what your content is, know what your target audience is thinking about, then it will lead to better result, reaction, context, and action. So I hope these 5 points kind of summarize exactly what considered as meaningful content. I hope you have a better idea of what you mean by meaningful content. I guess our 3 points are not being drilled into people's head because I have seen no comments. I guess they are like trying to like they because it's a live thing, they cannot go back and watch.
Yeah.
So I think they are having trouble. Let me see on Facebook, maybe you'll pop up. Just give me a minute.
Let me see also.
Renee could entertain the rest.
Hi guys.
Wow, I checked. Maybe
so I think what Yan Chong was saying is really important, and it's a process. So don't be afraid if you just starting out, like you want to just starting out into social media or anything like that. Don't be afraid. That's the very, very main important thing. Like it is a process. Do not expect to have results on the spot or maybe next day or in 1 week time. It could actually lead to a very long time. You just have to be very patient, I feel. So yes, and don't be despair and don't be disappointed when there's no engagement. So when there's no engagement, you try to ask your audience. So that's, oops, did I give the answer?
Yeah, but no one's typing. I think I think people actually understand lah. Like I think on the day, we just hope you understand the 3 points. Be really authentic to people so that you can actually apply for your own business. And I just came back from Facebook and I see people actually like the content. I would say like maybe the comments are not reacting as fast. Yeah, maybe because they really forget something. Yeah, but you can watch the rewatch. It's gonna be on 24 hours. But next week will be the same rerun of this session. Just to make sure that we don't miss out any lost lambs that are unable to attend for today's session. We wanted to kind of capture the whole audiences that can watch this and benefit this. And we will be very helpful if you guys could share this out right now to help more people. It will be staying for 24 hours before I remove it so that we can post it for next week to be fair for the people that are attending at this moment. Yeah, because we want to make sure that we don't want to put it for too long and people might forget about it. So this is one of the things that we are trying to engage, and I hope this experience is much better in terms of season 3. It's a creative podcast, and of course we are also. Oh man, thank you so much. I'm just trying to make it as seamless, as engaging as possible, And I don't know what I should do to increase the engagement. I mean, I already added sound effects and stuff like wow, all these things. I think I did my part. If you enjoyed it, again, I'm gonna ask you for the likes and the whatever, because that's the only way you can respond to me and to increase the
Yes.
engagement. And we are also looking for future guests. If you feel like there are certain guests that could benefit in this show, we would love to have them on board to share meaningful things to help out the whole community. And yeah, Renee, thanks so much
Thank
for
you, Yan
joining me
Chong.
and really appreciate. And I will kind of see you next week
Yes.
in this stream. We will also be kind of looking for the giveaway. Since this week we can't give a giveaway, I think we will push it to next week. We
Sure.
will think about a thing that we can give away for people that participate, because we really want to see the engagement and we would love to help you guys as much as we can. Without further ado, I just want to kind of end this live stream. We promise it's gonna be 1 hour and I meet exactly an hour mark. And yeah, this actually marks the end of today's live stream. Okay. Yep. So see you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Again, Friday. Same time, 8:30 to 9:30. See you next time.